Hi, everyone. This is Hannah Hanley, and I'm joined by Nate Ganna. We both work in the spirits industry, and this is Caviar and Chips, our podcast dedicated to the industry, what's going on in our lives, and more. Thanks for joining us. Let's get into it. Are you going to focus, not me texting me?
You would start with that, wouldn't you?
Welcome back to another episode of Caviar and Chips. I'm Hannah Hanley.
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry. Just kidding. Gotcha.
That's good.
Thank you.
Me.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
I'm Nate.
And we are excited to be here. Just the two of us today. You know, just hanging out.
We had some great guests.
Yeah, we've had some amazing guests. We're going to keep bringing guests on. If you want to be a guest, just slide into my DMs.
There you go. Thank you.
Or the Caviar and Chips DMs, and we'll get you scheduled. Yeah. How are you, Nate?
I'm hanging out, man. I'm just living. Just in Vancouver and going to get ready for this trip coming up on Saturday for 3 weeks. Pretty excited.
Where are you going? Tell us about it.
Yes. We start in New York with 5 or 6 of us, maybe 7 of us from Nashville and New York joining forces for a nice big brunch on Saturday with a few key people in the industry, which should be really nice. And then
so fun. What's your brunch order? Wait, let me guess. I want to guess what your brunch order is. Okay. Coffee, obviously. Espresso. Quad espresso. And then they say, we don't have an espresso machine. You go, oh, and then you DoorDash a Starbucks to the restaurant.
Oh, wow. You know my Audible so well. Wow. I would 1000% do that. Oh, yeah.
Water. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's what you say. Water.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And then I'm going to go omelet. Are you an omelet guy?
Die hard.
I knew it. Oh, I'm so good at this.
How could you possibly
omelet,
know that?
Hash browns, extra crispy, side of bacon.
Wow. You're like, I'm not going to say 100%. I'm going to say like 98.
Close?
Yeah.
Close?
No. Like, honestly, the extra crispy might have thrown you into the 100 category just for saying that. That's fire. Wow. Hold on. Let me guess yours. I think it's pretty easy. Yogurt for sure.
Ew.
Yogurt and granola for sure. Come on. What?
No.
No yolks, no granolas?
I'm like, no, because I can't do like that much dairy.
Also fair. Yeah, right. Your stomach is weaker than a guy literally being tortured in a military war. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me think here.
I should be skinnier for how sensitive my stomach is. We don't body shame.
No, we got this. That's amazing. But it's okay to body shame yourself. Absolutely. Yes. Okay, let me go back then.
You're
Bacon
never
and eggs?
Guess. Well, I mean, that's what I make at home.
Right.
If I'm out.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Avocado
corned
toast.
Beef hash.
No.
Corned beef hash.
Serious?
Eggs over medium. No toast.
Wow. Okay. Corned beef hash, I would never have guessed.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's underrated. It's a very underrated meal. 100%.
Yeah. High protein.
Oh, okay. You missed one thing. We have bottomless mimosas this week.
Are you a mimosa guy?
I can be. I can fuck with a good mimosa. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be like, yeah, bottomless mimosas, but then I don't ever put any orange juice in it. Just wave the orange juice over it. Gently.
We're good.
You know, a little orange juice scent towards it.
You purify your champagne out of the mimosa.
I'm like filtering it. I brought my own Brita. It's fine.
Oh my god. We're doing Saturday brunch. And then some of the guys are going on to this thing called Mother's Ruin. I'm not sure if you've heard of this. This is really damn cool. Mother's Ruin is a bar that started in... It might have started in Nashville. I don't know. I might be wrong there. Anyway, they have this thing called the Mother's Ruin Challenge. And what it is you do one drink at each of their bars in one day on Mother's Day.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So 3 of the guys from Nashville are going to all 4 Mother's Ruin bars in one day, which starts in New York, goes to Chicago, fly to Austin, and finish in Nashville in one day.
Okay, I thought they were all like in New York.
Yeah, they are. They are. They start in New York and then they fly
but like
off.
I thought all the bars were in New York.
No. Isn't that crazy? So they're going, yeah. So you have to time it accordingly. So New York being on the east, you gain an hour by going back, right? So they're going to Chicago, which is 2 hours, and then they'll do another 2 hours down to Austin, and then another 2 hours over to Nashville. So they're doing it all in one day. I feel like
Austin's far. Like Austin is
I think Austin might be 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, Austin and Nashville are very close. So
are they?
Yeah, they're only 2 hours or less.
Oh.
Yeah, so you do end up in a good time, but like this is the first time they're doing 4 bars because Mother's Ruin just opened New York. So this is crazy. Yeah, or just opened Austin. So this is crazy. So I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's Seth Weinberg, Anthony, and another buddy of ours. So I'm like, oh my God, this is absolutely crazy. And then my friend Briley and I, Whiskey Wise Men, are going to New York for 3 days to do some work, which should be great. And then I leave to London for 4 days, which is just, I don't know, it's weird timing. It's very weird timing because you saw that Newark just canceled all flights. So
I was just thinking, I was like, so are they flying out of JFK?
So listen to this. I booked my flight. It was $2,000 for business class when I booked my flight. It's $7,000 now, and I don't know if they're flying. And then the other option is $13,000 from Delta from JFK. So I have no clue.
To take a boat to get on the Titanic.
Like seriously, it's insane. So I was like, "Oh my God, this is ridiculous." So I have no idea what's going on right now, but yeah, it's not good. So we'll see if they're going to do these flights or not. But like a lot of them are canceled. I don't know what's going on. There's like a boycott on it too, though. Not just like the FAA, but did you hear that if you're in the air, pilots are being instructed to not go to Newark? Like,
I saw that on like MSN or something. And I was like, this doesn't apply to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm doing it 4 times over the next 2 months. So I'm like, oh my God, this is going to suck. So I'm not sure what the hell's going to happen.
Like, should you fly out of Boston or something instead?
I gotta switch it. Yeah, I really got to figure something out. Yeah. Crazy.
I mean,
crazy.
Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds like a fun trip, at least.
It does sound like a fun trip, and it is, thank God. And my next flight out is Delta from JFK, so we're good there.
Oh, but, that's fine.
Crazy. Yeah, and then those were in London for 4 days.
Yeah,
and we're working with Dalmore in Scotland, and then we start our week-long trip for all of my clients to go through Scotland for a week with Diageo, which is going to be fantastic. And then we're filming with Diageo, which is going to be equally fantastic. So really excited for that. And then we go to Dublin and all through Ireland for 3 days. So should be great.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Pumped. Yeah, it'll be good.
Well, I'll be in Kentucky in a month.
But yeah, you will.
You will. That's the only trip I have.
What day is that?
It's like exactly a month. So first week of June. Which is sweet because it's Bourbon Heritage Month too. So then it leads into some stuff there. But yeah, I'm excited because it's like AWSC judging, and then we have some great partners for that. And we'll do some fun stuff and some fun judges and everything. And then I come back, and then it's like a couple of weeks and school gets out, and then it's like full on summer mode over here, which is
what are you going to do this summer? Must be insane.
Yeah. Well, I think, you were texting me a couple of weeks ago. You're like, why are you responding so slowly? And I'm like, because I'm in the queue for summer camp signups, Nate. And anyone kids who are school age kids can understand that it is a fucking rodeo to get signed up for some of these camps. So we actually are doing less camps, but my youngest is now between pre-K and kindergarten, so she has summer off for the first time because she's been in daycare before this summer. So both kids out. We have 9 weeks of summer. And so I'm like, I have camp, then we'll go, my family has a place in North Idaho, we'll go to Idaho for a week or two, we'll do, kind of like try and plan it out, just because I still got to work, Rory's got to work, and then we have to keep them busy. And
how the hell do you do that?
I mean, so many things.
It's like I forgot what it was like to be a kid. Like you have things planned for you day and night. Who do you think plans those things? Yeah, right.
Your mom.
Oh my god, yeah, your mom doesn't get enough credit.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
In the summer, what did you do back in the day?
I was at hockey camp I was at hockey camp
every like the whole time.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think about because I'm a middle child, so like some of my earlier summer memories are when my brother was like maybe 12 and I was like 9, my sister was like 6, and he was in charge of us. And my mom would leave us a list every day of the things that we needed to do. And we would just sit around and like watch TV or do whatever. And then she would call us and say, hey, I'm leaving the office. I'll be home in like 25 minutes. And we would be like, God, getting the list done. Like, Nathan, you unload the dishwasher. Sarah, you fold the laundry. And I'm sure that my mom was like, wow, I've never seen chores done so poorly in my life. But she never said anything about it. She was never like, all the clothes you folded look like absolute shit.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh my God. I mean, it's like, I see these things and I'm like, we just knew that we were going into camp when we were kids. And I like started to think about things the other day. Cause like a friend of mine said, oh, we went to this camp for a month. I was like, God, you went to camp for a month. That's like a long time to be at a camp.
Like overnight?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a long time. That's like East Coast vibes.
Yeah. Like seriously.
School style camp.
Yeah. Like that's crazy. I was like, oh my God. But it was like a Jewish camp. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool actually. Like you get to spend a month with your friends every year. It's kind of neat, Yeah.
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 I don't think that's as common now, but I did see on like one of the moms Facebook groups I'm in, this teenager was like, I'll be back in this area for the summer. I'm looking for a nanny job. I was a camp counselor at these camps the last 2 years on the East Coast or in Michigan or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like also crazy to think about your like 16-year-old going off and being in charge of little kids. But,
oh fuck yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
so we just do day camps at this point. Yeah, just day camps at this point, and then some family trips and whatnot. But we try and manage it. So lots of sports, lots of time with the friends, play dates, balance it with the other working parents. Just figure it out.
So what's going on in the industry?
Well, I don't want to be the Grim Reaper, so I do have a couple fun topics. First of all, did you hear? This is a really big deal, not in the industry, but in our household, specifically when it comes to laws. This is really important. So in Idaho, those balls that people put on their trailer hitches and they hang when you're driving? Those balls are now outlawed in Idaho. So round of applause for Idaho. Thank God. Some people are seeing where the big problems are around here. I hate those things.
Yeah. I mean, it's wow. I mean, you guys have a lot of trailers there too.
So thank God there's no balls anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
That is aside the point. I have a couple things. Okay, so did you hear about the fish in the Buffalo Trace flood?
No. And I want to talk about Buffalo Trace after this as well, so this is great.
Okay, so Buffalo Trace unfortunately, they had a flood in the Kentucky rains. It's been over a month now. It's been a little while. The river rate was rising, and they had to close down tours and all of that. Well, in the meantime, one of the people who works for them, who's heavily involved in conservation and things like that, realized that these fish were basically stuck at the distillery as the river receded. And so they started kind of capturing the fish and then putting them back in the river and like doing the release of them. But they caught a record fish. It was like
really
50 pounds or something, like a massive fish. So that's kind of crazy, right? Yeah.
So on another crazy note, Buffalo Trace added to the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection.
I saw that. Talk about it. Tell us about it.
I think it's a money grab. I think it's a money grab. Yeah,
because it's E.H. Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah. Next thing you know, they're going to add blends, and they're just going to add Rock Hill Farms and Elmer T. Lee.
Can you explain the antique collection? I don't.
Yeah.
I hear these words, but I'm.
So the thing with Buffalo Trace is that there's two luxury sides to it. One is Pappy Van Winkle. Two is Buffalo Trace Antique Collection.
Who's Pappy Van Winkle? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. Jeez, don't put me on the spot like that.
Gotcha.
Right? Jesus. But the Van Winkle family is amazing. Julian Van Winkle is an unbelievable human being. He is probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. So incredibly down to earth. And until recently was still pouring at whiskey shows just because he's so badass. But there's the side of Van Winkle, but then there's also another side of Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, which is the other labels under Buffalo Trace that still yield a lot of clout. So once a year, the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, also known as BTAC, comes out, and it's a limited release. You have to have a lottery and win it and all that fun stuff. And even then, the allocations are just crazy on it. So not, one store won't get all 5 bottles. You have to find all of them at different stores and whatever. It's become a whole thing. It's lost a little bit of its clout in the last 2 years just because bourbon as a whole, or whiskey as a whole, liquor as a whole has just gone down. But it's still very popular. There are a lot of them are cask strength, which is really cool. I thought this is where it gets a little weird. All of them in theory are cask strength, but they're releasing this one at Bottled and Bond, which is a very weird situation because there are some stags and Wellers out there that are well into the mid 60s. Some of them are even in hazmat territory over 70. And so I think that's just kind of a money grab when you take it and do it Bottled and Bond, because the whole collection itself was meant to be single barrels or even single or even, I mean, they were in theory not necessarily single barrel, but they're at cask strength. And it's weird because
are they not all single barrels? Like some of them are multiple barrels.
I'm going to have to go back and do due diligence on exactly what they are for each one.
Okay.
Because
someone leave a comment or tell us.
Yeah, it's not just that it's a single barrel, because there's multiple there's more than one barrel that comes out across the US for each of the BTACs, right? But you see what I'm saying? Okay. So I need to look and see, and they're not numbered either. So I need to see exactly the number of releases there are of it. But
so it's like blah 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 12-year BTAC release 2025 edition.
Yes, right? Exactly. Okay. So it's one of those interesting situations where you're like, okay, well, what are we thinking about here? Are we the collection is the following 5. It's Weller, what is it? It's William LaRue Weller. It's Sazerac 18, Eagle Rare 17, Stag, or George Shee Stag rather, and the 5th one I'm thinking of is evading me right now. I will figure out the 5th one, but anyway, Thomas Handy. So the 5 of those, So you've got these five, and they've been known for the last 20 years as the icons of this collection, and the most sought after collection, arguably in the world in some cases, until Yamazaki brought out the Tsurukuiraka set of theirs that they've had for the last 10 years. But it's very sought after globally. When you add something and not at cask strength in a situation that is cask strength, I don't feel like it's going to go well. I feel like it's a total money grab, especially because Handy's a good label. Does it covet being in those big five, though? It's kind of exactly, you can put it this way. It's exactly like the conferences splitting up in football in college sports.
It's like Pac-12 becoming
It's
SEC.
literally that. It's literally that. So
okay.
That's exactly what this is, right? So when I say that, it's like, okay, you still had really good labels outside of Buffalo Trace that are still very sought after, including E.H. Taylor. There are some E.H. Taylors like Tornado Warehouse C that would go for $7,000. Like there's still some very expensive E.H. Taylor out there. So when you put it into this category of adding it to this collection, now you've got your Blantons, your Elmer T. Lee, your Rock Hill Farms that are outside of this collection now, along with other things. But what then defines where those go, right? And I just feel like the next one to come into that collection is going to be Blantons. I just almost freaking know it. Just feels like they're going to do something really, really annoying like that. So I don't know. I mean, was it a good move? Maybe yes, maybe no. I think that Pappy changed things up a little bit by removing the 17. I don't know if it was a good or bad move. I think that the 17 was a really good liquid. It was kind of broken down into
17
10, 12,
more
15.
Than
exactly.
Exactly.
A lot of people do like the 17
like the
more
21
than 23
or whatever.
Yeah, so it was initially 10, 12, 15 was the first half. 17, 20, 23 was the second half, and the Rye 13 year was the anomaly. Obviously, the other half is that Rye is arguably a top 2 Rye out there every year. So it's a little tricky to see, like, sure, you make changes, like you drop an age statement on this, fine, like there's reasons for that. But this seems just, I don't know, a little douchey to me. But I could be wrong. I mean, people are still going to go after it. So, who knows? That's my 2 cents.
What are the Bourbon Bros saying? Yeah.
I mean, it's everybody's like, great. Can't wait to see another overpriced Buffalo Trace on the shelves, but like, that's just the general hate that every brand will get when something like this launches for pricing wise, people not being able to get it. I mean, it's an aftermarket situation, I mean, you're just complaining to complain at that point. That's the other half, is that I don't feel like the public is right either, right? Like, no offense or anything, but it wasn't meant for the general public. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are Buffalo Trace bottles that are meant for the general public.
Yeah.
This is not one of them. 2 cents.
Okay.
There's my take.
Well, here's my take. I love it. I mean, my take is always that whiskey's meant to be drank. So like,
Yep.
There are times and places for all different types and flavors and everything when it comes to whiskey. I'm not, I'm learning a lot, but at the end of the day, I would not be someone who goes and like seeks this stuff out. So
no, absolutely.
But that's fine.
I'm happy that there is change. That's the flip side, is that I think it's kind of cool that there's change and that they did that. I just don't love that it's at Bottle and Bond. That's all.
Okay.
Bottle and Bond's an interesting one. Yeah.
That kind of reminds me. I kind of had like Derby FOMO. Did you have Derby FOMO this weekend?
I did not have Derby FOMO this particular weekend, even though a lot of my friends were there this year. The rain really just made me not wish that on being there at all. Honestly, I was like, okay. I know we're going to go to the Derby. I know we're probably going to go next year. And, I have a feeling it'll be sunny,
Oh, good.
6 hours in the pouring rain. I'm like, I'm good. I'm all right.
Yeah. It's not meant for you.
Fuck no. I come from rain. I don't need more of it in the East Coast. Dude.
Sweaty rain. You don't need sweaty rain.
Yeah, like sweaty rain. And I was like, oh, that's just annoying, dude. And it was pouring. And, that's fine. I think next year will be awesome. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go and we'll have some fun. But that's
I want to go with Chris and Steph. Like, can it be like us, like Emily, Rory, Chris, and Steph? I feel like that'd be a fun, like, small group, and then we like see all the friends. But then it's not we're not like.
Yeah, it's 15,000 for a box.
We were
so it's 2,500 a person. So not bad. Like. But we could obviously go free with a brand, but like
that's actually not bad.
No, not at all. Pretty fair. Yeah. We'll get Bobby to take us.
Okay, sorry guys. Nate was texting, and I said, Nate, it's time to pay attention.
Obviously, story of my life.
I'm no longer working from WeWork. I'm working from an actual office, so it wasn't my fault that the internet wasn't working.
This is true. But until you told everybody the internet wasn't working, they didn't know.
Yeah.
So who's to blame here, Hannah? Who's to blame?
Yeah.
If you commit the crime, don't tell everybody about it.
I'm just a very honest human.
Yeah, you are. You may as well be Canadian.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, okay, so Derby, I had FOMO, but I hear you. We're gonna go next year. Us, Chris, Steph. Yep. I'm manifesting it. I keep saying that.
Yep.
It'll be fun.
Love that.
I do want to go to Keeneland also, because I actually went to Churchill Downs, and it was cool, and I want to go for the Derby, of course, but Keeneland seems nice.
Can I tell you a secret?
You've been?
We're going.
Oh, we are? No, you are. I'm
Maybe
not.
we. Blackwood will actually be the ones taking us.
I love that story. For us. I love that.
I know. Yeah. So they're having a big party at Keeneland pretty soon here. I don't know. I need to text Guinness and see what's going on.
Okay. Well, but, conveniently, my invite got lost in the mail again. How weird. In the background, like a little gremlin over here.
To be fair, you do get a lot of bottles now.
Yeah, because they think they're sending them to you.
No. Okay, maybe, but some do think that they're sending it to you.
Yeah.
A lot of people find you very funny on Instagram.
Oh, good. Love that for me.
Yes.
Okay, so anyways, Minute Maid just released an RTD. Hot topic because the can looks just like the juice. So
wow, that's a little weird. So what is it percentage wise? 5%?
Yeah. What are you watching? What are you doing over there? I can hear your phone, right?
Yeah, I got a bottle and this is really cool. So do you know what this is?
1942. Yeah, 1942.
Yeah, but look at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It's in Korean. Do you know who Peggy Go is?
No.
Peggy Go is a super famous DJ, and I'm a huge fan of hers. And she did a collab with 1942. And this guy, a friend of mine, is in Mexico, and he saw the bottle and he bought it for me.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. I love 42, but like, that is such a cool collab, and I think that they're so on point with being cool about that because Peggy is the coolest DJ in the world, and I'm a huge fan. And she did this collab in a pop-up in New York recently where she was selling merch and the bottles, and it was such a cool thing. And they found the bottle in Mexico just now in Cabo, and they got it for me. So I'm like, yes,
cute.
So cool. Sick,
so sick.
That. Yeah.
Are you following any of the Morgan Roos TikToks?
Who's that?
I'll send them to you. She lives in Denver. She's like a bartender. She's just hilarious. And she does her like recaps of her weekend, which her weekend are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And she goes out hard, and she's gained like a ton of traction. She's like, it's my tea, my drama. And it's pretty funny. So I'll send them to you.
Really?
You and Emily got to watch them. Put them like on the TV and like watch them like they're a show. Because
come on. Are you serious?
Yeah. You're going to love
it. Okay. Sick. Sick.
Anyways,
That's awesome.
she's super cute. But
Hell yeah.
and also
Okay.
like smokes Marbreds and like, like I feel like she's like me back in the day. Like,
were you really that girl back in the day though?
yeah, well,
You say this to me all the time, and I just don't see it. I think you were cool, obviously, because I know you were cool. But like, were you really Marlboro Reds cool?
No, I was P-Funk, Parliament Lights.
What? You did not smoke cigarettes, did you?
Yeah.
No, you did not. You're not serious. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't convince me that you smoked. There's nothing that you could do to convince me that you've smoked.
The good
cigarettes.
news is the digital camera photos, uploads of 100 pictures plus on Facebook of like, drop it like it's hot, titled Facebook album doesn't exist anymore. I hate all those. So,
when did you stop smoking?
like after college. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's been a while,
okay.
But yeah. And then for a long time I would get hammered and like buy a pack of cigarettes. But last time I was in Vegas, I think I told you this. I bought a $20 pack of cigarettes, smoked like half of it, and then woke up the next morning like I am dead. Actual dead. I died.
Get out of here. When was the last time you were in Vegas?
Oh, it's been a while. Like 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
So shout out to a friend of mine. His name's Adam Narotsky. He runs a place called Delilah's in the Wynn.
Yeah.
Which is easily the hottest place in Vegas. And he just got promoted to run all things food and beverage for Delilah's and another place. And then this new place called Zero Bond. Have you heard about this?
No.
Zero Bond is a private members club in the Wynn for like.
Every time you say, have you heard about this? Just assume I'm going to say no.
Just to say no. I don't know. You were cool.
Have you heard about this
back in the day?
No.
No, you haven't. This place is a private members club. So I think it's $75,000 initiation fee, but it's basically a place to have billionaires and celebrities culminate in the same space in the Wynn. And so it's a members club. And
I do have a membership to a club.
Oh no.
Costco.
I just know when you're going to say something like that I'm going to have to put my head in my hands. Yeah. Wow.
Well, are you a member of any clubs?
Costco.
You don't have a Costco card.
No, I was lying to you. I do not have a Costco card.
No, it's very exclusive. Okay.
I mean, yeah, no, I do not. They should have like a Costco Platinum membership with a separate line.
No, they do. It's the business membership. They have a whole different business store.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Yeah. But you can use any Costco card in the business store, so it's not really that exclusive.
So it's not really exclusive. Just check. Got it.
But you can get really finely chopped up onions there, so you know.
Ballin'. Hell yeah. Wow. Oh my God. Okay.
Anyways, unhinged per usual. We will be back soon. I'm going to track down Nate and get him to record a couple episodes before he goes on his Euro trip because although he's not going to Amsterdam, we don't know what he's going to be doing. So
true. This one's kind of like boring compared to the other one in the sense of like I'm only doing London, Scotland, Ireland on this one, which I love.
I thought you were talking about this episode. Basic. I thought you were saying this episode was boring. I was like,
no,
rude.
God, no.
Oh my God.
No, this episode was great. No. God. Oh, you pulled out cunty. I like that.
I'm going to start using that more.
Yeah. Yeah. I use cunt and cunty a lot. It's a good situation.
I have to preface it and be like, I work for a UK company, so it's okay for me to say that.
I've noticed a couple of UK things you've said today. You said that you were in the queue for soccer camp. It's a fucking lie, Hannah.
Nice. No, but it's an actual queue because it's online and then they have to let you in and then that's an actual.
I thought you were standing like a dweeb outside a camp.
Oh my God. Thank God we don't have to do that. No, back in the day, my mom would have to call and sign us up for camp.
Yeah.
Can you imagine talking to someone on the phone? Ugh, gross.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Ew.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, have a good workout. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us on Caviar and Chips. We do have a giveaway coming. So make sure you sign
Yes.
up for our newsletter and follow us on the Caviar and Chips Instagram. We are going to give away some cool stuff. What are we giving away, Nate? I know
We
what
are
I'm
giving
giving away.
away 2 Denver and Liley glasses, which I cannot wait. I think that's super cool. They're the best glass company for whiskey glasses in the game right now. Love
They're
that.
so
What are you giving away?
fancy. I'm
Yeah, they
giving
are.
away an Illume candle, my favorite candle, a nice like summer
Ooh,
candle scent, lily, lily scented.
hell yeah.
I'm a big candle girly, always have a candle burn. So I feel like
Yep.
that's nice. And oh my gosh, Illume was founded by this lady who I met when I was working at Heritage, like, I don't know, 10 years ago. And then she sold it and did really well with Illume with the sale. And then they just brought her back onto their board. So isn't that cool? And she's awesome.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
so cool.
Heck
So
yeah. And then
Northwest
we are
founded.
also,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we're also giving away a free subscription to American Whiskey Magazine. So it should be a pretty cool giveaway. I'm very excited.
Yeah. So fun. The
Sweet.
first of many giveaways. And
Yeah,
I feel like this is just kind of starting small, but we're ramping. But make sure
we
you
are.
subscribe to the newsletter. That's on singlemaltdaily.com. And follow us on the Caviar and Chips Instagram. Make sure you like, subscribe. We are doing the video episodes on YouTube now, too, if that's how you like to
Sweet.
consume your podcasts. I'm typically a like folding laundry while I listen to podcasts kind of girly, but I know a lot of people like to watch them. So,
So
um,
sick.
all
Love
right.
that.
Sounds good. Well, we love you.
Love ya. Goodbye.
Bye. Nate, you have to say bye. Oh my God.
I did
Bye.
say, I said, bye.